This video is going to be about a lucid dream about my newly deceased stepdad, a lucid dream about being in a completely pitch black place where I had no form at all, and also about issues that I'm having when going to sleep, jerking awake and seeing types of images and hearing types of things, and just really strange things that have been happening to me in the past couple of weeks. So since my stepdad died, I've had it on my agenda to try to call for him in my dreams when I realize that I'm lucid. I called for him, and we were in some type of stadium, and the light was just very yellow. Everything was very, very yellow, like some type of either dawning or sunrising type of thing. I remember looking down at my arms and thinking how funny my arms looked. They looked normal size, but they were very hairy. The hair on my arms was very dark and long. But I didn't really think anything of it, because there was my stepdad. He was brought out by these other people, like by his arms, and he was wearing his military uniform, which is what he died in, and he looked really confused. So I kept thinking, what am I supposed to talk to him about? What am I supposed to ask him? I need to remember this because I'm going to wake up any second now. I'm going to wake up, I have to ask all my questions. And so I'm just like, I don't remember what I was, this was like 2 months ago when I had this dream. I just kept saying, what are we supposed to do with like the boat? What are we supposed to do with all of these things that you had, all of these plans that you had invested in, and now they're just kind of up in the air? Like, what are we supposed to do with these investments? What are we supposed to do with all this stuff? And he just seemed really confused, and he just was like, I'm not even all the way here yet. And that's just what I remember him saying, is I don't know, I'm not even all the way here yet. He was just confused and dazed. And whenever I told my mom about this, her first question was, well, did he even know who you were? And I thought that was so interesting, because I just automatically assumed in the dream that I look like me and that he knows who I am. And I'm up here asking him all of these questions, and well, yeah, just answer my questions. I'm your stepdaughter, you know, I have all these things I need to ask you. And then I think about my arm in the dream, and it didn't look exactly like my arm. I could have easily not looked like me, and I never took this into consideration. I just thought it was a very weird question for my mom to ask, because it was just so blatantly obvious to me that I, of course, looked like me. But she said, did he even know who you were? And I was like, really good point. I don't think in your dreams you always look like you. And of course, when I look in mirrors in dreams, sometimes I really don't look like me. I have dreams like this often. This is a new dream where something is on top of me, pushing me into the bed, and I used to be very scared about this. But if you just go with it, the pushing into the bed, there's like a sense of love. I don't really know how to explain it. It's like a weird sense of love. And as I'm being pushed into the bed, I'm also being pulled out of my body at the exact same time. There's a feeling of being pulled out. And in this particular one, I was pulled out the left side of my room, right out the window. And right out the window was just pitch black. And I remember looking down, trying to see my dream body, trying to see anything. It was just so beyond black. I just couldn't see anything there. I had nothing. And so I was like, okay, I'm supposed to be focusing on my hearing. While I meditate, I think if I'm going to be in contact with spirits or whatever, hearing people talk when no one's there is very scary, because I've been hearing fragments of sentences while I meditate, and I'm like, oh, I don't like this, that scares me too much, can we decide on some other type of thing for you to do? And I said, I'm not afraid of cats. I have a really strong bond with cats. I said, how about like instead of human like noises, because that's freaky, do cat meows or purring. And so while in this lucid dream, when I realized I did not have a dream body, I could just hear meowing. And I was like, okay, that's my cue, in which during meditation I have also heard meowing since I asked for that type of interaction. And then after the meowing, I heard nature noises, like those typical nature noises that whenever you want to relax and type into YouTube nature sounds. And I don't know, I just thought that it was interesting. Usually when I lucid dream, I see stuff, and this time I heard the thing that I asked to hear, and also like relaxing nature noises. Last thing I want to talk about is strange things that have been happening. I don't know, I should probably just make an entire other freaking video about this. I'm just having a lot of issues falling asleep. Constantly jerking awake, just like violently just jerking awake after seeing certain things, and then instantly not being able to remember what I just saw. But last night I do remember, like, the first thing actually remembering what I saw. It was really freaky. It was the front part of this office that I was doing temporary work at, and it had an ambulance in front of the office and a stretcher being pulled out of the ambulance. And so I just feel as though it's important for me to document that I saw this at this particular date, so that the video has a date, just in case this does happen. I can say I literally saw this and then jerked awake, amongst the other 20 times that I could barely fall asleep because I kept jerking awake. Because now I hear shit, I'm seeing shit, I can't, like, I have to officially now take pills to go to sleep because I keep jerking awake.